Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky15, and in this video I'll be giving you my Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. As usual here on the channel, a few things just to explain before we get stuck into the video. Apologies for no jazzy opening, and also as well no closing shots that we normally have on the channel now. That's because I haven't got access to my editing software tonight, so apologies for that. So please bear with me, it's one of our makeshift videos tonight. Also as well, I want to apologise again for not getting you any winners again today. It's been really frustrating recently on this channel. We haven't been doing that well, but I think we've had a few hard luck excuses. Also as well, this time of year is sometimes quite tricky to get the winners. You're getting a lot of horses that are coming back for an autumn campaign on the flat, and also as well you're getting a lot of horses now that have probably reached their peak for the year, and we're kind of in that crossover period, so it can be tricky at this time of year to get winners, but hopefully we can have a better day tomorrow. And we start in the 150 at Newmarket in the Royal Lodge with a horse called Kadar here. Now this one is around about 5-1 with bookmakers at the moment. It's trained by Carl Burke, and James Doyle is booked for the ride in the colours Phoenix Thoroughbred Racing. Now this horse I thought was really interesting. Won on debut last time when it cost $700,000 by Scat Daddy, and is a really exciting prospect. It was quite confident in the market that day, winning at 5-2. Had a whole load of problems in running, but still was able to put on an eye-catching performance. Carl Burke has been really shrewd, and he says that this horse could be ready for a go at the 2000 Guineas next year, and I think this horse has got a really good chance. There's a lot of market confidence already at the moment, even though it is 5-1 with a few firms. In other firms I've seen it at 7-2 currently at the time of recording, so I think with the market confidence tomorrow and some question marks over some of the other leading contenders, Kadar could be one that surprises a few people tomorrow, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if that one could get us off to a winning start. We then go to the 350 at Haydock with a horse called Signore Piccolo. It's around about 16-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by David Loughnane. David Egan is booked for the ride. This horse was sixth last time we saw it, over 5 furlongs at Sandown, running on strongly at the end, behind a horse of Ed Dunlop's called Global Applause, which has subsequently boosted the form by winning at Doncaster in a listed race last time out for that one. Also as well, a horse of Michael Dodd's called Intense Romance, which was second in that race, and subsequently had 2 wins at Haydock and at Ayr, so the form is strong there. And I thought tomorrow this horse could be maybe slightly overpriced, and with 5 places with Sky Bet tomorrow at this price at the moment, I thought that could be a good each way bet for you. So maybe you could do some of these tips in an each way multi tomorrow. I think that one would be a good selection to put in. We then go to the 5 o'clock at Haydock with a horse called Grandee, 7-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by David O'Meara. Adam Kirby is booked for the ride. This horse was once handicapped of a mark of 102, it now drops to 90. It's been running over shorter to what it normally has been in the past, but I think going up in trip tomorrow would definitely suit, and we know this horse does stay the trip, and a few of the other horses are tackling this trip for the first time, and I'm not sure they will stay. We know Grandee will stay. Also as well, it's only 4 years old, so there should be still a lot more maybe to come from this horse, and I thought 7-1 tomorrow was a fair price there, and I wouldn't see too much in my opinion to rejuvenate some of his form. He's been running in a lot better races in that race compared to that race at Haydock tomorrow, so that's going to be the selection there. We then end the video in the 5-10 at Market Rasen, where they got a good jumps card tomorrow. I like a bumper horse here called Prophet's Prayer, around about 16-1 bookmakers at the moment. I've already seen a bit of market support elsewhere. Trained by Emma Lavelle, who's stable been in really good form in the last couple of weeks. Even though they've only sent 5 runners, they've had 2 winners operating at a 40% strike rate. They also were unlucky as well not to get off the mark with a nice horse called Borum Bill today at Worcester. Also as well, Patrick Cowley is booked for the ride, able to claim 5 tomorrow, which I think is definitely going to be useful. I think he's going to have a really good year. He caught my eye last year, did me a few favours, and this horse has got some strong connections. They've trained the sister, actually, Emma Lavelle has, or this horse I should say is a sister to to its brother Irish Prophecy, who Emma Lavelle has trained, and that is a smart horse. Also as well was a bumper winner, and this horse has got quite a bit of a flat pedigree, so it's definitely bred to do the job from a bumper perspective tomorrow, and I thought at 16-1 with some powerful connections was a massive price. So hopefully that one come in, and maybe that could be a good each way selection there. So a few varieties of selections tomorrow, but hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow and have a few winners from those selections. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button button to my YouTube channel here at Lucky15. You can also follow me on Twitter as well. My handle is at Lucky15, so go and check me out on there if you haven't done so already. Also as well, it's the Saturday 6th for the punts page tomorrow, so go and follow them. Just type them in on YouTube, or you'll follow the links to my work through my Twitter page. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So that's all I've got to say really. So hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.